Hey guys, William Inferno here today with a new LEGO Bionicle 2016 summer set review. This time we'll be taking a look at Lava Beast, the fourth set I'll be taking a look at out of the 5 that have been released. Next will be Bionicle the Destroyer. Anyway, we have Lava Beast on the front here. He's 114 pieces. On the back we have the combiner model between him, Quake Beast, Storm Beast, and Bionicle the Destroyer. We have his functions, and then for the little comic strip here we see Lava Beast coming out. We see him walking, we see Tahu with Ikir, or Iker, whatever you want to call him, and they're united, and then they start fighting. So, that is it for the box. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Let's open this guy up. Okay, so, we have 2 swords here, we have 2 bags of parts, and an instruction booklet. I guess we have 4 swords here. Sorry, they were kind of hidden. Alright, so this instruction book of this, I think it's kind of big, or maybe not, maybe I'm just kind of going crazy, but it seems kind of thicker, a little bigger. It's kind of nice to see. Anyway, here we have the poster for the summer 2016 sets, and then we have an enlarged comic. Then we have a very nice picture of the combiner model between, again, Quake Beast, Storm Beast, Lava Beast, and Bionicle the Destroyer. And we have this, that's why it's thick. Anyway, we have this nice picture of the Star Wars Ultra Build figures for 2016. And then Tahu is telling you, you can win. So I'm just going to open up the parts quick. Alright, so I put some of the recolors, the new parts, and some of the more interesting parts in this little corner over here. So let's take a look at it. These aren't new, but it's kind of nice to see that we do get 4 of them. Trans orange bone pieces, not new again, just nice to see them. Don't know if these are new in this color though, it's kind of a burnt orange, same one that we saw with Pohatu. Kind of a weird color to include in the set. Again, I forget if they were used on Pohatu this year, but yeah, it doesn't really matter all that much. Then we have the 2 masks. This is Tahu's infected or corrupted mask with red melded with a trans neon green. It looks really, really nice. Again, I'm really loving these corrupted masks. Then we have the Lava Beast's sort of custom colored head, upper head, with a little bit of trans orange, and you got the black. That looks awesome. I think this is my favorite color in the favorite colors in the Beast head so far. Alright, trans black. Really nice to see this color again. I think the other piece that I have in trans black is the trans black Cow from 2001. This is a nice color to see back again, especially with these pieces. These are really nice pieces, nice crystal rock armor pieces, and I think it's awesome to see trans black again, so I'd call that one a success to include that. Then we have new black hilts for these orange swords. If you guys didn't know, this actually is a recolor because we didn't get black hilts last time. So it's really nice to see that they recolored it just so this set's color scheme would be a little bit better. This set, honestly, just from the parts, might be one of my favorites so far. And then we have this awesome chest print here with this a little bit of neon green in there, a little bit of orange, lots of black. Looks really, really nice and fiery. We have the lower jaw piece that connects with 2 axle holes, and yeah, it looks really nice. It reminds me of like a beard. I don't know why, but every time I open a setup and see that piece, it reminds me of a beard. Then we have this nice trans neon green headpiece for Bionicle G2. Really nice to see it in this color. It's kind of an interesting choice for this wave, but it's been working out so far. So I'm going to build this set and come back to you guys in a second. Alright guys, I'm back with the completed Lava Beast. So let's get right into it. I'm just going to move this out of the way, just because we'll get to that later. But for the build wise for this set, I thought it was a little average. There was nothing that stood out a lot to me. It was all pretty just kind of average. There was a few fun things to do, but overall I think the main building points were probably the legs, the little claws on the ends of the arms here, and give or take the gearbox or maybe the head. I don't know. There wasn't a lot that was different about building this set to me, and that's just what I noticed. For functions wise, he does have, you know, a ton of articulation, normal articulation. He can move his head up, move his head down. You can articulate these blades any way you really want to. You have special finger articulation here, which is actually really nice to see. I really do like this articulation that you kind of get here, where you can kind of like say he's coming at you with his hand wide open, or he's kind of coming down at you like that. But his thumb has no articulation at all. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but yep, that's kind of the articulation part of it. You can knock off the mask, kind of like you could in 2015. This little half of a shadow trap sort of gets in the way though, so I don't know why they really put that there. I guess it's to add depth to the back of the head. I don't really know what they did there, but it's still there, so yeah. You can still knock off the mask. For his second function, you can turn the waist. This guy is one of the ones that has the waist function. This one is actually really smooth. Works out nice, and I can pretty much turn him a lot, and it works out really nice. I don't hear any squeaking. Maybe that's just because I don't have the axle in very far. Maybe if I... Nope, that one has a pretty smooth waist gear function, and it stays in its place too. For the final function, it's with these blades here. You can turn the gear, and the blade will just go crazy. My favorite positioning of the blade is probably just kind of kept close up tight like that, but you can also move it forward, and I think that looks kind of cool too, like coming at you like that. It's kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of Levo's blades, how he kind of held on to them like that. They could spin around. I think these are also considered as wings. I haven't really read the bios for these sets yet, but I think these are also considered as like wings for the dude, so he can fly, I guess. But I'm not really positive on that. I haven't checked, so take that with a grain of salt. So yeah, that's a pretty cool function. You can do both of them, obviously. You do that again by turning this bigger gear right here so that it just kind of rotates that. And this gear adds enough friction to the point where this blade will stay up in its place, so you can kind of pose those however you really want to. For the colors, I love the color scheme of this guy. I think it really works out. It's very consistent. Black, a little bit of trans black, trans neon orange, and a little bit of orange. It works out great, and I really do appreciate that they chose black hilts for these blade pieces, because that was really nice. There's one thing that sort of breaks up the color scheme, and it is these lower legs with the burnt orange here, and this weird trans orange color. It's not a neon orange, it's not closer to red, it's almost like a trans brown, almost, I'd say, a trans burnt orange. That is an interesting color choice, and it, again, doesn't really work with the rest of the set. So I think most of the color problems are just on these bottom legs, not to mention those knees. Weapons-wise, again, he does just have these blades, and that's kind of it. He has a little shadow trap, half of a shadow trap on the back. That's kind of his weapons. And again, I'd say the main build problems of this set are probably just these lower legs. These lower legs are very, just crappy. They're just crappy. I'm sorry, I like the set, but the lower legs are just crappy. This guy, again, is really top-heavy, kind of like Akimu the Mask Maker, and these lower legs are just really skimpy compared to all the stuff you got going on up here. And again, it's a really nice set. It's just, you got so much going on up here that these lower legs just feel so skinny and just not ready for a fight. And I really do love the color scheme. The color scheme is really great. I love this black mask there with the trans orange. This is just a really cool figure. And now I'm going to show you Tahu with his corrupted mask on. Alright, so here we have Tahu, Uniter of Fire. Let's just pop that mask off and, whoops, sorry guys, put the corrupted mask on. Alright, again, this clashes with the color scheme greatly, but it's kind of supposed to because it's corrupted. I honestly always think that this head for Tahu is too small compared to the rest of his body. I guess that's one problem. The mask is way too small, the head is way too small, just proportionally to the rest of the body, but keeping this part of the Tahu review out of the Lava Beast review, I can say that it looks cool, but obviously it conflicts with the color scheme. I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you think of this? And now for my overall thoughts on Lava Beast. Overall, Lava Beast is a pretty decent set for $14.99 or $15 US. It doesn't satisfy me quite as much as I thought it would, though. I actually think Storm Beast might kind of fall in the same zone as this set. This set is really cool, but it just has a few problems that could easily be fixed, kind of like Storm Beast, so I'm going to have to give this set an 8 out of 10. It's really not a perfect set, but again, it's a decent set, and it's pretty cool in my opinion, and I like the weapons, I like the color scheme, I like a lot about it. At the same time, there's a couple problems with it that could be fixed. Honestly, this set doesn't feel like 114 pieces, and I don't know what is contributing that greatly to the piece count, which Storm Beast feels like it's a much larger set with only 109 pieces. But that out of the way, not talking too much about that, I'd say an 8 out of 10. Pretty decent set. And my next review will probably come tomorrow, if depending on when I upload this one, since I don't have a lot of time to edit tonight. But the final one will be Umrak the Destroyer. And that is all I have for you today. See you guys later.